right, everyone. Well, we're looking at the British pound here, coming into about 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here on the 5th of June, and you can see it was a rocket ship ride, really, for most of the New York session. You look here, about 125, 124 pips in the New York session alone. The U.S. equities markets caught fire today, really started moving up very strongly. You can see here the British pound is moving up strongly. The euro as well moved up very, very strongly, over 220 pips in the New York session alone. Yesterday we were talking about this, or actually over the last couple of sessions we've been talking about first this narrow range that the pound was trading in. We talked a little bit about the pound coming into resistance, support rather, in this area here. You can see that the move down was very short-lived. If we focus on the daily bars up here, you can see that the pound came right into this recent support zone here. If I extend the rectangle out, you can see that this area has been frequented over the last couple of months. Let's go ahead and zoom back out. Not quite that far. There we go. So go ahead and place the red line on the bottom end. You can see markets simply came down into this prior support zone. Obviously the buyers were waiting, or came out in force at the very least. Yesterday's session was very narrow. You can see the pound trickled down over the Asian session rather, and then got their spike here. Let's talk about some of the things to watch out for. We're coming back into resistance on a short-term basis, meaning if you look here on the hourly chart, remember what was once support becomes resistance. Now that the market has moved down, the logic goes, or the trading logic at least, says that, well, if the buyers back here have been defeated, in other words, the sellers came in and pushed price through a level that in times past buyers said, wow, that's really low and we need to buy, so price goes up. Once that flips and now people say, well, what was once a good value for buying, that's a good value for selling. Okay, so in other words, it's another way of saying that the psychology has shifted. So we're watching this area here. It's about 1.9